everybody.
Oh, we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to DVD Extras.
Best of 5
DVD Extras.
with G and Chris
And Chris and G.
on Fridays.
So happy together. Nope, all right.
What?
You and me.
Is that Bon
and
Iver?
me and you.
That
No,
sounds like
all
Bon Iver.
probably is Bon Iver. Anyway, welcome to
Bon.
DVD Extras.
Bon Iver.
We put this out every Friday where G loves to talk over me when I'm trying to do our intro. G?
Yeah. That was gross. It was extremely gross.
That was so nasty.
Uranus. Yeah. So this is where we just kind of talk for maybe anywhere from 5 to 50 to 20 to 30. We just talk for a while.
Yeah,
and
a little bit. Kind of touch on some subjects we wanted to go a little bit longer on.
Or just talk.
Or just talk.
Can we just...
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
But I think something that we were going to talk a little bit more on was just toxicity in our lives in general. And how it's...
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And it comes down to what, kind of emotional maturity of people to deal with certain situations.
You think that toxicity like that is people who can't be... No, I was going to word this, and I forgot how I was going to word it, because it was like, I try not to be a toxic person. I try to be really considerate towards people that I'm around, I'm working with, except for you.
I think you do a pretty good job. Okay, never mind. Well.
No, but there is like a lack of consideration, I think, with people who are toxic, and that itself right there is something that I'm just like, yeah, I don't fuck with that, because it's...
Yeah. You think it has anything to do with just like those people just being completely self-absorbed or self-centered, or their ego is too big to let go of certain things?
Well, I think it's a level of consideration. Like I think a lot of people are considerate, but it's the amount of level that you want to be, right? So if you're in a relationship with someone, to be considered, you should be up here. Both of you guys should be up there, because it's like give and take, sacrifices, and
so I guess
things like that.
So it comes down to like a give and take. So how much do you give? How much do you take? Kind of thing.
And it's like
how proportionate that is.
I mean, you look at like situations in history where you like even like something as simple as I guess like just in a situation where someone has the upper hand and someone doesn't. Mm-hmm. It's like we'll keep them around by just giving them like food, and then they'll be grateful that. Oh
yeah,
I'm saying like toxicity can obviously be like I'm not saying it's not like slavery and then like your employer. It's definitely two different things.
Sometimes it's the same thing,
right?
Dude.
But it's just like a matter of like, oh, I'm being considerate, but something as being like, hey, you worked your ass off today, so I'm buying you lunch, or like a pizza party.
Yeah, pizza party.
It's not the same thing as being like, hey man, just take tomorrow off. Like you worked a lot, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. Like that consideration, I think, is what an employer should be, because again, the person that you're working for or that's working for you, this is not their main goal. Mm-hmm. Like it might be a part of their goal, but at the same time, it's like I want to be able to work somewhere where I'm like, hey man, I want to go to the mountains this weekend and like just get away for a minute. I'm having a hard time. Yeah. And they're like, no, you have to work. It's like, well, fuck you then. Like I shouldn't be working weekends in the first place. Or hey, I'm asking for 3 days. Is that gonna be cool? Oh, that's fine. And then they don't like.
See, that's what like. Shit, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I like the job that I have now because the management aren't like managers. They're employee managers. They make sure their employees are happy, and they themselves work harder to make sure their employees are happy. Because this is the first job that I've had where I had such a I wouldn't say it's strict, but it's a random availability schedule due to like the podcasts, all the softball that I'm going to, that kind of thing. Dealing with G, recording an EP, trying to get other people to come record with me, doing porn, all this kind of stuff. That's
just watching, bro.
Same thing.
It's for research purposes.
Yeah, research.
We're having a subject.
Production. Yeah, we're doing a production company.
Oh God, we are.
I mean, could be.
Oh.
You know how easy that would be.
Call it Uranus.
Uranus.
Sorry.
Yeah, just like all this random shit. And then sometimes I work like 5 days a week. Sometimes I work 3. And it's like, I don't want to work 5, but I don't want to work 3. I want the middle. And they're just like, well, this is what we can do. Yeah. We can try and balance that out as much as possible. I'm like, all right, a little give, a little take. Little take, little give.
I don't know. It's super hard to find that balance between work and your personal thing. But I think it's important for you to important to make sure that you know the balance of that and know when you should speak up, because there is I think I don't speak up a lot when it comes to things like that. Yeah. I'll just put up with it until I stop giving a shit less and less.
Yeah. I definitely got fired for speaking up at a couple jobs. Well, at one job.
But I mean,
it was pretty funny.
Well, I think that's what sucks about it is like if you have a person who's a good employer or started off as a good employee, their intentions are to do the work the best they can. So therefore, you should actually have a consideration as to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I get that it's your business, but at the same time, it's like, dude, if I'm not happy, I shouldn't be afraid to go up to you. And same thing with the relationship to be like, hey, like, I don't think it's okay that you're not letting me do this, or hey, I don't think it's okay that you're out this late. You know, or just something like that. Like I think there has to be. Yeah. A toxic environment is one that you cannot speak up because you're afraid of what's going to happen because of it.
Yeah. And I don't mean to like just talk about past jobs. I just literally never get in relationships. So this is the only thing
can't
that
get hurt. Can't get hurt if you're not in love.
Aha. Yeah.
I'll break your heart just so you can fall. Then I'll
don't
come back.
Go break my heart. Is that Tayo Cruz?
I thought you were singing Elton John.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna break in my heart.
Nope.
Well, I think it was in the same realm. So, but yeah, toxicity fucking sucks, and I understand that it might be hard to talk about it with whoever's being that way.
Yeah,
but
with
also
the
sometimes,
toxic person, and
sometimes
maybe you're the toxic person.
Yeah, there's something.
That's something
a
lot of people don't realize. Like, I guarantee I was toxic to some like relationship or friendship that I've had, and just nobody's told me.
Same, yeah. And all we can do is grow and learn. But you
also
know what?
Fuck them people. I'm just kidding.
And that's the thing, man, is like, talk about being self-absorbed if you can't see that you might be part of the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely a huge issue. And like, even admitting like, okay, there's a problem doesn't necessarily alleviate the problem. Just because you said, hey, I fucked up.
What are you doing to make it better? Yeah.
And if there's nothing, then I guess it doesn't mean anything. Like the apology would just be bullshit.
There's one thing that I've lived by since social media has been like extremely in society. Mm-hmm. Talk is cheap.
Yeah. Talk is cheap.
The fuck are you going to do to fix it? You know what I mean? Like you can be like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, all right, cool, man. Do it. And then we'll talk then.
Yeah, for real. Because I've had a lot of those people, especially like trying to do like recording and hanging out and just being a musician in general.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's like, hey man, you want to jam? I'm like, yeah, dude, just hit me up, because I'm at that point where I don't know, we've been professional musicians for a decade plus. Mm-hmm. So when people coming up that are doing open mics and we're just there, they come up to us like, hey, like, yeah, let's jam, let's start a band. My response is, for sure, man. Here's my information. Hit me up. Yeah. And then they hit me up. I'm like, cool, we'll schedule a time. And then it just never goes further than that.
And I feel like that's like a huge American thing too. Like I feel like Americans are like, dude, we should hang out, and then like never hang out.
Yeah. I think it's the implied politeness.
Yeah.
Like you don't actually want to hang out with this person. You just want to imply that, you know.
Yeah. I was talking with a dude that's from Germany. He's like, yeah, like I love that you guys are friendly, but I hate the fact that you guys will just say shit just to like say it and not do it. He's like, in Germany, he's like, if you say, hey, we're going to have a beer here at this time on Tuesday, you better be there, or else you're going to be extremely disrespectful.
But we never get that far.
Yeah, no. But
we'll be like, yeah, let's go grab a beer. And then you're like, all right, cool. And then that's literally where that conversation is.
That's what I'm saying. And like, it's very like...
But it's like, we don't say like, oh, we'll be there on Tuesday and then just not show up Tuesday. We'll never even get to the part where we're planning a day.
Yeah. I mean, it's also hard to just be like, no, man, I don't kick it with you.
Yeah.
That's...
Dude, last person I told that to, they fucking died. So.
Yeah, fuck. Way to make it grim, man. Dude. Jesus. But yeah, I mean, life is crazy out there.
Yeah.
Sports wise, let's switch to.
We always talk about sports.
Okay, let's talk about photography.
Okay.
National Geographic. Also, you hear that Warner Brothers Media and like the Discovery like channels are all like merging into one thing?
I thought Warner. No, they own. Sorry.
Oh, Time Warner.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking it was like, doesn't Disney own that? But they own Nat Geo.
Yeah, Time Warner is merging with the Discovery Network,
whatever that is.
Which I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I guess.
What does Discovery really have that I want to see?
I mean, like
history, maybe.
I give it like 20 to 30 years, and it's going to be like 3 companies that literally run everything.
And then it's just cable all over again.
Yeah, because there's going to be. I mean, there's already 3 companies that run any given product at any given time. But even those 3 companies are just going to merge.
Are you talking about just like media-wise or just in general?
In general, like how many actual like cell phone companies are there in the United States? You know, there's like 3 of them.
Is there 3?
Yeah. How many like streaming service companies?
Like, no, okay, so it's
or movie companies.
Oh, you're talking like cell phone, not like phone. You're talking about service, not so much about the actual thing, right?
I mean that too.
No, I mean no, because I think like phone making companies, I think there's just one. Technically, that's in the U.S.
Well, gets sold in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it gets sold as there's like 5 or 6 of them for
That's
sure.
What I'm saying.
But,
like, there's just so little options available, and people don't realize that.
Yeah. But,
like, how many like cable channels are owned by Viacom is way too many.
That's Paramount Plus, right?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it is. Yeah.
I don't know. But that makes sense because I don't have that.
I don't either. I honestly, I'm at that point too where I'm just like, I need to cancel a lot of these streaming services, but also a lot of them are free or included, you know?
Mm-hmm, mine too. Mm-hmm.
No, for real, there is. But, I mean, yeah, whatever. It's crazy that streaming is such a relevant thing. Like, the lack of us wanting to be outside and experience this shit on ourselves is wild to me sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
To be like, hey, man, let's go for a hike. Nah, just gonna binge watch Game of Thrones for the 5th time. It's like you've watched it 5 times. You know what happens. Get the fuck out of here and go.
I think that's problem because like the pandemic made it a problem. It turned all those people that like were introverts but like still did stuff. Now they're just like, nah, fuck it. I'm going all in. I'm going all in. Because I mean, I was never really that much of an introvert, but
yeah, same here, man.
Being inside and not doing anything and having an excuse to not hang out with people. I am totally cool with not hanging out with people. Like, fuck them people.
You know what I miss? Speaking of introversion.
What?
Is that even a word?
Probably.
It doesn't sound like what.
Mark will tell you if it's not.
Okay, yeah. Nailed it. Mark, let me know.
Bison.
Is bison. Bison is. Yeah. No, what I miss the most is co-op games that you can play in the same room.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like... Holy shit! Talk about times where you just like have like a sleepover when you're younger and all you're doing is playing
dude.
Like
fucking
Mario
Gears
Party.
of War like 3 when I was like
dude,
20 something.
I remember Gears of War 1 was so much fun to play too.
Yeah.
Like I miss that those aren't really a thing anymore. I recently just bought a Little Big Planet 3 so I could play with Heather and she's like, this is fucking stupid. And then like we got into it, we're just like, we can't beat this level. We're just like super pissed off. It was the funnest thing like I've done in such a long time because you're just kind of like. You're sharing a moment that's not delayed through like meeping.
Yeah, right.
You know, and that's it. Like I don't enjoy like playing like video games with you and Hector. It's just a matter of like
he hates Hector. That's why Hector broke.
Imagine if us like we can like have like a LAN cable party and just like fucking.
Oh, dude, those were pretty legit though. You just got like 16 homies together and a bunch of Xbox plugged into each other.
Just like a bunch of TVs, like
yeah.
And now it's just like.
Well, that's why like I don't know. It's just like. Back in the day, though, it's like, stop looking at my screen. I'm not. It's like, I see you looking at my screen. I'm like, how can you see me looking at your screen if you're not looking at me looking at your screen? And it's like...
The Gran Turismo and like FIFA and shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I miss that. But also, I really need to get better about not being inside as often.
Oh, I mean, it's inside and outside are different. I'm just saying hanging out with people. That's what I was... Because I hang out on my back patio all the time, or my front patio all the time, just drinking beers. I'll probably do that when I get home.
You probably will, you jerk.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't have to fucking go throw hatchets like some sort of ICP wannabe.
Hatchet House, downtown Greeley. Make sure you guys check it out.
Why are you giving out free advertisement?
Because I like them.
I don't know them, so fuck them.
All right. Well, go check them out.
Fuck them. Unless they give us money, then fantastic place. I love it. I go there all the time.
Oh, man.
We'll cut out which one is.
No.
No, they'll both be in there.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Should we head out?
Yeah, since you're Mr. Busy Guy and have stuff to do.
Nah. Anyways, you guys have a good night, good day, good evening, good afternoon.
Is that it?
I think
that was weird.
Oh no, I was just.
But
are we gonna keep on going?
Nope. All right.
Make sure you guys check these out. Show it to a friend, and if you show it to a friend, we will say thank you.
Yeah, we'll personally come up to you and say thank you.
Or just send you a DM because we're extremely introverted now.
G loves sliding those DMs.